Well, alrighty then. That stunk. Actually, that wasn't me. That was our power. I do live out in the middle of the country, so unfortunately, that does happen sometimes. Yeah, so my computer can handle it. It's definitely a good computer, but whenever the power flickers, nothing I can do about that. Even with a built-in generator in the house, when the power flickers, it still takes 30 seconds for it to kick on, so nothing I can do about that. But at least we're back up, we're going, we'll get her right back in. There we go. Now, come on, give me my characters. There we go. Now, hopefully, because it did dump us out of the game and we didn't log out, Runs with Wins will not be injured. Otherwise, I'll have to turn around and walk all the way back to Valentine to get her. Get him, I mean. Nope, there he is. Alright, now we can pick up where we left off. Walking. Go ahead and my herbalist, there we go. Now I can see herbs if I find any. Alright, so, like I said, it's holiday weekend. We're just having a casual, relaxing day today. Not trying to overdo it. Now, tonight may be different. Hopefully I can get into some antics tonight. But today, we're just going to take it kind of easy. Like I said, she has learned that she can sell berries now. So hopefully we'll be making some money off of that. She's got $9. Actually, I don't. I only stream YouTube. Some people have been trying to get me to stream on Twitch, but I only have a Twitch account so that I can watch other people that stream, that I game with, so that I can show my support to them. But I don't stream on anything but YouTube at the moment. I know there is a way that I could stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so that might be something I look into. I do want to upgrade my streaming PC though first, because I actually have 3 separate PCs. I have one that I game on, then I have my streamer's bot that's set up to handle all the streaming, and then I have one that I use for video editing. So I may look into that. Well, technically I have 4, since I do have a 4th one that's nothing but just a stack of terabyte hard drives, but I don't count that as an actual PC. So that right there is an ambush spot. See all those crates over there past the tree? Sometimes there'll be an ambush that spawns right there and somebody built their camp right beside it. I mean, they blended it in perfectly. But that must be a hassle after every storm to log in and be ambushed right as you're logging in. deal, don't disappear. Good deal, it didn't disappear. Disappearing is just whenever it's the animal's dying, it desyncs from your character, so you can't see it. Other people might be able to see it though. So if you can ever get a hunting party together, go hunting. If you shoot it and can't see it, somebody else in the party might be able to, and they can skin it. That's a white horse. I know, I wished I could have already built her little personality for her, and she hasn't had a lot of interaction with people to learn to trust people, so she acts skittish and shy around them. But if if at least one person would just stop and be nice to her and talk to her, uh, then she might be more trusting, but then that also opens her up to where, because she's naive, the way I play her. So if one person stops and talks to her and she trusts that person, then she's going to think everybody's that way. And she's going to wind up talking to a criminal or an outlaw or something. I mean, it would lead to some great RP. Just, the fact she thinks everybody can be trusted and, be standing there talking to like an outlaw gang right in the middle of them, like they're her best friends or something, only for like them to rob her or something. But I'm just letting her story unfold on its own. And it's actually very hard for me to play her that way, because I know I have a very weird personality, because I have OCD, ADHD, other things, and so I tend to obsess about things way too much, and I actually ruin friendships really quickly, and I know that I do this, and nothing I can do about it. So for her, I'm forcibly not doing that, just to see what will happen. So it's gonna be interesting to see if, because I mean, she met a few nice people in town, that have talked to her. That nice couple at Dewberry that actually pointed her to two towns, or two streets, or no, two roads, sorry. And it's gonna be really interesting when somebody tells her she needs to go to Strawberry, and she's gonna wonder why she has to go to a piece of fruit. Oh yeah, yeah. There's definitely. Well, you've got all genres of people. Of course, this is 1899, remember. So, it's right after the Civil War. Um, the, uh, the Indian tribes been forced on the reservations or massacred, like in Valentine. Um, they've also been forced out to the desert areas and things like that. So, there's a lot of love-hate going on in this particular time period of the Gilded Ages. It's all about, westward expansion, everything like that. So there is some characters I have met that if they meet an Indian, it's they meet them but nobody else does kind of scenario. And it's kind of like there's a Indian tribe there at Manzanita Post that they run you off their land quick and in a hurry. Doesn't matter who you are. Because if you're not part of their tribe, you don't come on their land. Which I love that aspect of the game, because that's the way things were in this particular time period. They're like those two people right there that I'm walking towards to get this herb. They may be nice. They may kill me. They may, run me out of the area. Who knows? Oh, here they come. see how this goes. Hello? Yeah, hello? You no talk? I can't hear him if they're talking. Okay, so for some reason, let's check this. My voice chat on. Okay, let's disable.
Yes.
Me hear you now. Had dirt in ears.
Dirt in your ears. Well, at least it wasn't that pesky earwax. You know how that goes.
Yes,
How are you, man?
me know. Me fine. How you?
Good.
Oh, yes, we're good. We're good. We're just out here picking ups. And how's your day going? Are you staying safe or?
Yes, and me stay hidden most time. Me stay safe.
Yes,
That's
that's
good.
good.
We mean you no harm. We're just out here picking herbs just like you.
Oh yes, me love pick her.
My name's Brett. What's
I
your name?
I shifting spirit.
Oh, nice to meet you, Shifting Spirit.
Oh, shifting spirit. I like that.
Yes, my mom say I have a very nice but sometimes very scary. So she called me shifty spirit.
Oh, that's interesting. Very curious.
Yet they say I could keep name after banishment.
Banished?
Uh,
You were banished?
Did she say banished? She got banished?
I think so.
yeah, me was banished. They want me. How you say? Hentai with son of chief. Me know what?
Oh,
Oh,
wanted you to marry him?
Yes, yes. Mary. That is your word. Yes.
Okay. Well, I understand how that could upset someone and such, but
yeah, yes. That's unfortunate. People should be able to marry who they feel like marrying. You know what I mean?
I agree, and he not he not what he not pleasant on eye.
Oh, he's ugly.
Yes, yes, yeah, that yeah.
Yeah, he's ugly. Yeah. Well, we'll just say he's ugly.
yes, yes, not very not pleasant.
Oh, not pleasant. Yeah. Well, you want to have somebody that's nice on the eyes. You know what I mean? What do you think about Brett here? What
He
do you think about
wait.
him?
he's him Harry. He have
Yes,
hot dogs.
he is hairy. He is hairy, but is he handsome, Harry? I
I
think he's
I
kind
I I don't know. I can't see past chicken or chipmunk on face.
of.
She's just being silly. Just ignore her.
Well, he's a very nice gentleman.
Yes, me have met very few nice people in this county.
Oh, you haven't? Well, you must be hanging
Well,
around in the wrong areas then.
I usually stay here around jewel rank. What you call what's
Emerald.
yes,
Emerald,
Emerald,
emerald.
right?
yes.
Okay, well, um, Yeah, we usually come down here when we're picking herbs and hunting and such.
Yeah, very good hunting and herb around the Emerald.
Yeah, it's very good. We live up the other side of Valentine.
Oh, Amino Valentine. I learned about a market yesterday. I sell herbs there.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, we visit the market quite often.
Yeah, it's confusing to learn your your paper money paper is it
Hmm.
money system, but me learning.
Very good.
Yes, yes.
Is there anything you need or need help with?
No, I was daughter of medicine men in tribes, so me know how to survive.
Oh, that's very good. Well, you can always count on us to help you out if you need anything. If you see us around.
Oh, me thank you. Me know have of what of friends. Me know have friends. Yes,
Well, consider us your friend.
I
Yes,
consider
you can call me Tally.
Tally.
Tally, yes. Mm-hmm.
I should
You,
see spirit.
Not
you
yes,
know
nice
how
to
to use
meet
a
you.
telegram?
What what
The telegram, where you
what
can
is
send a maybe comparison to like sending smoke signals.
oh the
Yeah.
the paper words. Yes, me know paper
Yes.
words.
Okay. Well, um,
Do you happen to know a fine gentleman called Kitchkinet? Kitchkinet?
I know no such person.
Oh, all right.
I
I trained up a hawk for him, and I'm not sure what tribe he's from though. I didn't catch that.
yeah, I've no met any other like me here yet.
Oh yeah, there's some tribes. Kitchkinet's actually very handsome. Oh, you might be interested in him.
Oh,
He might wanna take you in his family or tribe. Mm-hmm.
um,
that
I
that's
yeah,
my card. If you can remember that, you could always send me a one of those worded messages
yeah.
if you ever need
Me
anything.
has excellent memory. I will definitely remember.
Okay.
Um, uh, oh oh yeah, I remember.
If you ever need a dog to help you with protection or help you hunt, or they also watch sheep. Sheep are, get yourself couple of sheep too. Uh, and or birds. I specialize in bird training, but I do play with the dogs as well. Yes, and cats. I have cats too.
I
Yeah.
tried not let me keep Falcon when I come here.
Oh, nice.
I used to have pet Falcon that do Tatanka Tatanka.
Oh, the tonka, the bison. We call a
Yes,
bison
yes, Tatanka. Yes.
the tonka.
Tonka. Oh, is that your bird's name? Your falcon's name?
No, that was Tatanka, white-haired Tatanka.
White-haired Tatonka. What is
It's a
that a
legendary
bison?
bison. Yeah, it's one of the legendary ones. Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
It, our word for what you call buffalo is Tatanka.
Hmm.
ooh, Tatonka. Hmm. I learned a new word today.
But yeah, I have pet Falcon when I was in tribe, and when I leave, they make me leave her.
Oh,
Oh
well.
well.
Ooh, the sky much angry.
Oh, it's getting stormy.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
it's
sky
getting
much
really
angry.
bad.
Yeah, sky is angry. That is right. Coming down to seek its wrath on the mean humans here on this fine in this fine canny. The lightning will find them and strike them dead. Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Who's that man up
Sorry
on the
about the
rock up
jaws.
there?
It's very nice to meet y'all.
Yes, it's nice to meet you too. Now I have a hawk, and I also have an eagle, and I'm wondering if you might be, since you don't have your falcon anymore, I'm happy to give you one or the other if you'd like to have one of the birds.
That would be most appreciated. Me can no take eagle because it's noble.
To hear you over the thunder.
Yeah, I could no take eagle. They are noble birds, but the hawk would be okay.
Okay, you hawk, a hawk. The eagles are a noble bird. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes. I cannot own the eagle. They cannot be owned by me.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have one. Oh, I better hold on to him then, not tell anybody. Okay, let me get him out. Let me call him here.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Well, she knows about the written word because
Yeah, Miss
somebody had
Talia,
told her
she's
the
a
previous
really
night.
good bird
She
trainer.
didn't have nobody to telegram. She calls them the no the
And it will bring you back some, something to
So now she has two people. We were
keep
just
your
talking
health and
about
your
that.
sustenance. You have to cook up the meat, but it's all right. It's good. It's
Oh,
good.
me know how to cook very good meat with herbs.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So she has learned how to telegram, or learned two people to telegram, and they're giving her a freaking hop. These are the nicest people she's ever met. So now she's learned that people are nice.
Oh,
And we
here
were
it
just
comes.
talking
Now
about
his
this too.
name's Pecked because well, he I had him on my shoulder one day, and well, he decided that
That is a
somebody come.
pretty bird.
Oh, isn't he gorgeous? He pecked someone's eye out once. He won't do it to you, but somebody was coming at me, and he took protection on me, and I really, so I call him Pecked. His name's Peck, but you could call him whatever you want, but
So
yes.
he protects people too. Noble bird.
Well, well, yeah, he kind of, yeah, it's just, yeah, little something, something. He doesn't do it very often, though. Yeah. But I'll see. I'll put him on your shoulder here, and here, let me give you a bird collar. You probably don't have one of those.
I know have one. Just turn around for no reason. Just
Yeah,
you're a
so now all
bird.
you have to do is use your bird caller, call out the bird. Now, he won't find you if you're under a tent or in a teepee or inside a building or anything. So just make sure you're outside so he can see you, and then
And he's already
he'll
trained up.
come right to you, and then you can always if you have any trouble sending him home, then you might have to use the bird caller again to try and send him home, or sometimes if you get stuck, you have to send him home and call him back out again. Yeah.
Makes sense. Bird no fly inside.
Oh, look, he looks beautiful on. Oh,
Oh yeah.
yes. Wow.
It's very pretty. You very nice to help me.
Yes. Well, I think it's suiting that you have at least a bird. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have any falcons, but he's pretty close.
It is okay. I like this bird.
Yes. Well,
Very
I'm
very
so
suiting
glad
to
to
you.
Yes, I'm so
Mhm.
glad. Yeah, the last hawk I had, Chaser, went to Kitchener. Yeah, he wanted a hawk as well. It's quite so. That's why I hope you find your way to him, and maybe you can find his
Mhm.
tribe, and maybe they'll take you in since you and everything.
They may not like me because me under banishment.
Tell him. You know what I mean? You know, secret your secret.
Me could no lie would not be right.
Oh well,
Yeah, I can
I
understand that.
suppose. Well, you could just not lie, but just don't even divulge it. You don't have to tell them.
So if I don't tell someone something, that no lie.
No, it's not a lie if you don't tell them.
Oh, they just
Or
taught
you
her how
can
to
kind of like
technically lie.
him haul around, what do they call it? Skirting around it? Oh no. What would they call that, Brett? Where you don't tell the whole truth, just part of the truth. And then
Um,
anything else is none of their business. So would it be their business? It wouldn't be their business. It's your business. Yeah. People get
I
too nosy, then they're not the people to be with. That's what I'm thinking.
so no tell story, not lie, and if leave parts out of the story, still not lie.
That's right. That's right. You could just, kind of, you could
They
shift
just taught her how
around
to
some
lie.
words
Can
to
you
make it
believe this?
sound better than banishment. That sounds so terrible. Like, well, they just told me to go off on my own because I'm, doing so, it's just kind of that's the way it was, and just, let it slide. Don't worry about it.
Do
You'll
you
find I'm sure you'll find some, well, we're friends, so you can always send us a message if you need any help with anything. But if you're looking for a tribe, I'd try to see if you can find Kitchener. If I can find his,
maybe you should
maybe.
just tell people that you're on your own journey and
Yeah, yes, you're on your
looking
own
for a
journey.
new tribe.
Oh yes, see, he's a smart man, that Brett. Even though he's got a chipmunk on his face.
me on own journey? Uh,
Yes.
Yes, you're on
oh,
your own journey.
oh, okay. Me will think and try on that.
Yes.
Sounds a little better than banishment, don't you think?
It sounds very much better. Yeah. Me no like banishment.
I,
Maybe it'll make you feel better too when you say, I'm on my own journey.
and
Yes.
in its own right, it is its own truth, is it not?
Um,
Yes.
well,
It is true.
Because
because
you
of
are on your own
banishment,
journey.
me on my own, and I am journey.
Yes.
Well, but you don't mention the word banishment. You just leave that out.
Me on my own journey.
There you go. That's right.
That that does sound better.
Yes.
Yeah.
But thank you for kindness and for Hawk.
Hmm. Do
You are most welcome.
you know where all the berry bushes are over across from the train station there?
I do me find on first day.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of people don't know they're there, so there's quite a few.
I stay I avoid Blackwater place across mountain where the sticky Blackwater. I avoid from there to other side of the jewel ranch.
You avoid it.
Yes, I try to stay around jewel ranch because it's safe for me.
Hmm.
But I yesterday I did a nice lady told me about the town of Two Roads, and I visited there. It was very muddy.
Yeah, I don't care for that either. Every time I go over there, my horse gets all kinds of red mud on
I know, and why would person name town Two Roads when one road in on top of other roads?
it. I don't know. Some of the things they do in this county is very strange.
It is. It is. Why not just call town one road? Because it only have one road through middle.
Are you familiar with Cattail Pond?
I know not such place.
Well, kind of the other side of Valentine from here. If you leave Valentine and you go, I guess, kind of west.
Yes, go west. I know directions.
Mm-hmm. If you cross the big river, and then you go across the railroad tracks, and you'll come upon a hill that's got a little pond by it.
Uh-huh.
Got a stream feeding into it. That's Cattail Pond.
Oh, on the other side of Iron Horse Trail.
Yes.
Oh, we will have to go look.
Yeah, that's where we live at. So you could come over there sometime. There's a lot of good hunting over there. There's not very many herbs, but there's a lot of animals to hunt.
Me love hunting.
Oh,
Me love
oh yes,
hunting.
there's nice ram and there's deer, there's elk, and there's do be careful of the sometimes there's a black bear that runs around there, but Brett here says it hasn't been there in quite some time. We think he scared them all.
Mm-hmm. Every now and then we get a couple of wolves over there, but they aren't around there very often either.
Oh, me would love to come hunt. Me, other day me kill bison was nice.
Oh, very nice.
Wow.
You're a good hunter then.
I am bow is arrows for bow are dull. They won't sell me good arrows. They're usually dull. So me use knife line.
Okay, well, um, we have a leader that's in our group. Her name, everybody calls her Brooks, and she can make some special bows. And I'll see if I can get her to make you a special bow. She's very
Ooh,
good at it.
yeah, cause me try make better bow, but it kept breaking.
Okay, so um, how would I send a message to you through the paper thing?
Oh, me give you me write it out for you. I think I
Mm-hmm.
spell it right in language.
Okay, very good. I wrote that down, and I'll try to get our leader to make you a special bow. I'll send you a telegram so we can get it to you.
Oh, many things. Like say me stay around here. Me no have home, so me stay around here under bluff.
Okay. Yep, we come through here all the time, so we'll be looking for you. It was really nice to meet you.
Nice
Yes,
to
it's
meet
nice to
you.
meet you. Yes.
Yeah, I usually if I resting, there's tree over by Iron Horse Tunnel. I stay by tree most time by close to road.
Okay, good to know. We know where to look for you.
Yeah, me not hard to find. I tend to stand out. They know let me change clothes before banishment.
Well, I think we're gonna continue on our journey and go pick those berries over there.
Okay, it was nice to meet you. You be safe. Be safe.
You too. Yep. Be safe on your journey as well.
Oh, I will. Me know how hide very good.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you say? Bye bye.
Bye bye.
It's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Bye bye.
Well, let's just say
Runs
until we
with
meet
wind
again, shall we?
until the end. Runs with spirit. Runs with wind. Come here. Run to his wins. Alright, so that was a little RP session of meeting someone. I'm glad we got to do that. Really, really nice people. I mean, and we were just talking about that too. That she hadn't met anybody that was pressed in or anything. They walk up, see her talking, and they were very patient that for some reason voice chat wasn't working. And so let's go ahead and send the bird off. Gave me a chance to fix that, which led to a great little RP session of her being introduced, and wound up getting their names for the paper words. And they knew of a Native American. No, because that can't necessarily tell them that I play every day. That's what the Telegram system is for, so that we can arrange meetups and stuff. But technically, you got to think about it. In the real world, you play every day. You're always playing. Even when you're asleep, you're technically playing the game of life. So you kind of have to have that aspect here too, in that scenario. Now, if they were to find me in Discord, then they could be like, hey, we play at this such time, we'll be around, blah blah blah. But in this world, technically, Shifting Spirit is always alive, so to speak. She just may be asleep at times, which is when you log out. And right now, she doesn't know them well enough to let them know her schedule, so to speak. She just met them. So she's still untrusting, but, oh, we're level 19. Let's send the little hawk off. But that was still a great little interaction. And, I mean, the first thing, you notice one of the first things they were talking about is a Native American friend that they know. Hey, we could introduce you. Maybe they would accept you in the tribe. Yeah, exactly, JP. I could telegram them and let them know, hey, I am awake in the county if you need anything, blah, blah, blah. Or, you can usually, like I said, she just met them. They were really nice, but she's still not trusting. So, letting them know, hey, I sleep from this time to this time, and I'm awake, from this time to this time, lets them know exactly where, and they know where to find you, because I'm always around Emerald. Well, now I've given them a time schedule and a location, so if those were nefarious people, they knew exactly when and where to find me. She's not that trusting yet. Even though they did give her a hawk, a fully trained hawk, I might add. And they were very, look at that. Aw, it brought her a snake. A sunglow boa, so those only exist in Gorma. So that hawk flew to Gorma, got me a snake, and flew back in that short time. That thing is super fast. But they were very forthcoming with where their place was, and invited me over to hunt sometime. Even going to, no, they probably noticed that I have just a little rinky-dinky bow, just a basic starter bow, and they're like, hey, we know somebody that can make good ones. Let's talk, give us a chance to talk to them, see if we can't get you a better bow. And I did have to bring up, by the way, I do read chat while I'm gaming, y'all know that. I worked in something you had actually said, JP, into her conversation of how she goes to buy arrows and they must not like her because they keep selling her the arrows she buys are not sharp. So you can actually work stuff in if you're careful whenever you're RPing, because technically she's not supposed to know anything outside of that little square she's in the county. So me reading chat over on another screen, she wouldn't know anything about it. But you can work it in if you're very careful about it. This is a good line though. Very good line. But we also now know why she's wearing solid white. She refused to marry the son of the chief, excuse me, and was banished. So she may still be in the wedding attire they tried to put her in. But she didn't get to keep her falcon, so that was interesting. Now, is that a frog? They brought back a frog, an American bullfrog. Uh-oh, she is about to... Yes, her story's coming along nicely. See, that's just one of the things that I do love about the DRB, well, roleplay in general. You can start off with a character like I did with her, and I gave her just a little bit of a backstory, just enough to explain why she's here. And the rest of it was just, I was just going to let it happen organically, as it did. And, you know, it's like the Falcon. That was an improv. That was just right there on the spot. Because I thought it was fitting. And, you know, the lady was talking about Hawk, and, you know, it's like, all of a sudden, you know, she used to have a falcon, which explained why she would know about birds. But she didn't get to keep it whenever she was banished. So they basically took her friend, because, you know, for her, the horse, a bird, a dog, any that would be a companion, a friend, there would be an attachment. That was ripped from her. So when she was banished, you know, if you've studied history or anything, banishment from a tribe is a very, very tragic thing. So for her, they literally took everything from her, threw her out into the world, basically, and they're never going to think about her again. And of course, she knows this. She knows the tradition. And I thought it was hilarious. They taught her how to lie. So up until then, she was a very honest, you know, like, why are you here? I was banished. You know, that's not something you want to go around saying, but she doesn't know that. She's brutally honest. So they taught her how to lie. Hey, Jason. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. So they, that couple have taught her how to lie. So now she knows that if she doesn't say it, then it's not a lie. And if she does tell you a story but leaves parts out, that's also not a lie. It's only a lie if you tell the opposite of what happened, according to what they just taught her. For those that are just tuning in, by the way, this is Shifting Spirit. My little Native American girl that I play, she is Cherokee, because I'm a quarter Cherokee. And she was banished from her tribe for refusing to marry the son of the chief. And that was all of her backstory right there. That was it. Banished from her tribe for refusing to marry the son of the chief, and she was the daughter of the medicine man. That's how come she's a herbalist. She knows how to pick herbs. She knows how to hunt. They literally threw her out of the tribe, off of tribe land, with the clothes she was in, which may or may not be the wedding clothes they forced on her whenever they were going to try and make her marry the son of the chief. We did just learn that he was very unpleasant to look at, so he was ugly through the conversation. But her story is completely based on her interactions with everybody in the county. She picks herbs, she hunts, and she sleeps by the tree over by the Iron Horse Tunnel, right here by Emerald. And She didn't even have a horse when she got here. This, oh, thank you. She tamed this horse when she got here. This is Runs with Wind. Probably the only horse she ever has, by the way, because, like I said, she bonds very profusely to her horse and her pet, um, and everything she knows, she is being taught by everybody she meets. So, whenever she, like I said, when she first got here, she was picking hers. She met a Jebediah Miller, and he wanted to buy berries from her. So she learned that she could pick berries and sell them to people to make the white man's paper. So she did that. Went to Valentine to put money in the white man's box, and that's where she also learned about the marketplace, that she could take those same berries and herbs and put them on the farmer's market, and people would buy them and give her the white man's money. So she has been doing that. She screwed it up the first time because, like I said, she doesn't know what she's doing. She put one berry up there for $200 because she doesn't know the value of stuff. Of course, they didn't sell, of course. So she figured out, oh, she was supposed to have done it a different way. And she just met a couple. She was picking herbs around Emerald. That's where she stays at. She doesn't have a home. She just lives by the tree, by the Iron Horse Tunnel, right outside, headed towards Cornwallis, which she calls the Sticky Black Water Place, because she doesn't understand what oil is. And they started up a conversation, and they gave her a hawk, which was very, very nice, because her falcon that she had in the tribe was forcibly taken from her by the tribe when she was banished. So they gave her a hawk for no reason, just because out of the kindness of her heart. And oh yeah, exactly, Jason. That would be the most expensive cake ever, I think, in Red Dead, or in DRB. I mean, like, how much is that cake a slice? $20 a slice. But so during that interaction, now she is skittish of people. She hides in bushes when she hears horses going by or anything, because she's afraid somebody's going to do something bad. Because you gotta remember, all she knows is she had never lived outside off of tribe land until she was banished. So she was literally just thrown into the world. Right? Cake made of gold. So oops, what did you bring me? Oh, you brought me a snake? Of course, I was hurting so the hawk couldn't land. So I'll probably have to recall it here. Nope, there it is. Okay. Where's the snake? Where's the snake? So, like I said, they gave her a hawk. They were really nice, really polite, patient with her. They gave her their names so that she can use the paper word to talk to them. The telegraph system, but she calls it the paper word. And invited her to their place to hunt, and know a Native American friend of theirs that they were going to try and introduce her to, so that she's not alone. But she's still skittish of people. She's very untrusting because she doesn't know. However, because of that interaction, she now believes that people are nice. And that was her last arrow. I've got more in her bag though. But she thinks all people are going to be nice. And it's going to be interesting whenever she meets people that are not nice. Because then she's going to be conflicted. And remember, in her eyes, everything should be one way. But it's not that way. But thankfully, though, that interaction, she did learn more about the world so she can do more. Because, like I said, she can only do what she learns in game. And that's the way I'm playing her. Um, she doesn't have foreknowledge about things. She hasn't read a book or a pamphlet. Did you bring me anything? You probably did, and I can't see it. Here, go ahead. Yep, there it is. It keeps bringing me snakes. Ooh, that's a diamond. But most of the time, she spends her time hunting and herbing. And she has got bags full of herbs that she doesn't know what to do with. She put, like I said, she put some up on the market. But she also doesn't want to sell everything she has on the market. Because what if she needs it? Because remember, she is kind of still in survival mode. So she's got to make sure she always has plenty of food, plenty of water, all of that stuff. Cause she, like, with her not having a home, hey, Kama Cat, with her not having a camp, a home of her own, she literally just lives under a tree, which has become her favorite tree. And of course, whenever she went, oh, another snake. Thank you. Well, we're definitely gonna have plenty of snakes. Yeah, and the falcon they gave her is fully trained. Or it had 1,000 XP, so I think it's fully trained. Yes, yes, it is. And it fits her persona, which I thought was very nice of the lady, because she offered her, the lady of the couple offered her an eagle or a hawk. And of course, she can't have an eagle, because that's a noble bird. So she would not have an eagle as a pet. Now, the eagle may have her, but she can't have the eagle. So the hawk was fitting. And her name is Shifting Spirit, because when she was born and growing up, her personality kept shifting, which is normal when you're growing up, but her mother didn't really understand it, and so she was called Shifting Spirit. And of course, for her and her tribe, a child never receives their name when they're born. They receive their name at the first major event in their life, or something that stands out to the tribe. And so hers was that her personality shifted. Uh-oh, what you got? Come on. That is a frog. You brought me a frog. Well, at least it's something. I know who you are, Tori. I have spoken to you many a time. It is a pleasure to see you. Yeah, she was an animal trainer, and gave me the hawk. But it was still nice that she did that, because some people would train an animal up and go, you know what, I understand you're new, blah blah blah, I'll sell it to you for this much. No, she was just, hey, pick one. You want an eagle or you want a hawk? Whichever one you want, you're getting. So through that aspect of it, that was something Shifting Spirit. That's the same way in her personality. She's a very giving person, but she's also skittish of the white man. So that helped her to kind of get over that skittishness, where she can actually help people. Well, until somebody robs her, and then she'll learn that all kindness comes with a price. But as opposed, she is so different from my other two characters that I play, because I do play, oh, that is a very good point. Very good point, JP. She should have definitely done the barter system. She was just so surprised at the moment, she didn't realize it. So that is something she will have to correct. Oh yeah, yeah. See, and we just got the hawk in this stream. That's what I was just talking about. Is the kind couple she met, um, that just gave her a hawk, and we're giving her all kinds of information. Um, they also, had noticed that she had just a regular bow, just a simple bow, and told her, said, "Hey, we know a friend that makes really good bows. We'll talk to them. Get you one. And know her name and everything." Oh yeah, the amount of pets that you can have is phenomenal. Uh, the hawk is just one of probably hundreds. So dogs, cats, pigs, uh, all the birds. I mean, there's tons of them. There's probably more pets than there are horses. Different kinds of horses. See, there it is, coming in right there. Oh, brought me a fish this time. Get off of it so I can pick it up. That's the only bad thing when you're riding a horse and a pet. It brought me a skunk. Oh yeah, you can have a pet cat. Definitely. And of course, the horse she rides runs with wind. Oh yeah. Well, the cat, when you call them out, they'll follow you around. So that's really nice, and it's funny too, because like I said, with Shifting Spirit being so different from my other characters that I play, I've got Ainurauco, who, of course, if you've watched any of the videos on my channel, is the lead investigator for White Hair Investigation, which is how I got started playing RDO. Once I started playing Red Dead, and then I started playing RDO, I started White Hair Investigations, investigating all the mysteries in the world from a real-world theological standpoint, basically explaining them. That's how I actually got started. Thanks to Church of Commentaries, Perno Bernadetto, who has been a friend for years, since 2019. And Perno is the one that got me to come over here to start doing my videos and stuff, and I fell in love with the roleplay. Because it's fun to do. So I play her that way. She wears all white, of course. Goes around solving mysteries, getting mixed up in all kinds of stuff. At the moment, she is completely heartbroken. She got dumped by Shooter McGavin on a balloon ride, of all things. So he asked her on a balloon ride, and they had been kind of fancying each other, doing investigations together, a investigation together. So he invites her on. Oh, I forgot to pick up that rat. So that was tragic, and her story's told mostly through his stream at the moment. Where's that rat? There it is, right behind me. And the latest video I posted is actually her ride. I don't trust you. Yeah, her ride from Blackwater to Poulter, as told from her ride. She's thinking about everything as it all slowly burns away. So it's gonna be interesting to see where her story goes. Which I originally wasn't gonna RP her. I was just gonna log her in, get content for the videos, and go on. That turned into a very, very huge story arc and great experience for me. During college, I took several acting classes, just because I loved it. It was something to do, and those are actually starting to pay off years later. Because mostly, if you watch his stream, I did include a link to the actual date and everything. People have to realize when you're RPing, like Shifting Spirit, when I was RPing, that's her, that's not me. Once I logged out, whatever happened to her doesn't affect any of my other characters. You gotta keep them separate. Some people have trouble with that, and that's understandable. And whatever she does is not bothering me in real life. Cause, I mean, it's all fun and games. No. Oh, thank you. What'd you bring me? Another rat? Yeah, I looked down for the rat and the deer ran away. Bye, deer. I'm not chasing you. I'm getting my rat. If I can see it. But, anyway. So that's Ainurauco's store. She's currently, somewhere in Coulter. Nobody knows where she's at. Nobody's come looking for her yet. But her horse is returned on its own without her. Rosalind, my outlaw, currently is part of a very large gang. But they're kind of dispersed at the moment because of, the law's looking for too many of them. So she is just wandering around mining and actually helped somebody in Valentine get a job. And she's a criminal, which is hilarious. Oh, she needs to open up some arrows. Do I not have... Yep, there they are. There we go. Now we have 40 arrows again. Alright. Let's get that herd right there. And there are a lot of people that I watch that stream on Twitch. Everybody from the DRB I try to support, just because this is probably the best community that you could be a part of. Why am I getting on my horse and not picking up the rabbit? I want the rabbit! It's probably the best community I have ever had the honor of being a part of. Everything from doctors, outlaws, that nice couple we just met, a chef, they're all great people. And what's funny is even the criminals and the outlaws will actually help people because, I mean, how can you have a great community if you're not helping everybody? But now I have seen criminals help somebody, get them all set up and ready to go, then turn around and rob them. It's like, hey, you're good to go, you know everything you need to know, put your hands up. Oh, somebody's got some traps out here, still. Oh, it just went walk right across there. See, that's that person in the camp. I bet that's their camp, and they're all hunkered down. Oh, they are hunting. We will try not to get too close in and bother them. Because I don't want to be what they're hunting. The train system, like I said, has been running. They've been running it. It was running most of all day yesterday and last night, and it's running again today. That is so good to see. And for those that had tuned in, today's stream is just kind of a casual, relaxing. Well, it was going to be a casual, relaxed stream, just some hunting and some herbing. Until we met that couple, and they changed the whole thing I had planned. So that's another aspect of the DRB that I love, is you can log in and think, I'm gonna go do this. And then you meet people, and so 2 or 3 hours later, you still haven't got to the original destination because you've been taking on an adventure somewhere else. Okay, so she's got her hawk, and like I said, I've been wandering around just picking some berries and stuff. They told her about a berry location just north of Emerald. So of course, now she's gonna go check that out because there's that hunter over there who is looking right at me. So we're gonna leave the area. Like I said, she is skittish of people. So we're gonna go check that berry bush location out. Is that another skunk? So it landed in the water, realized that I was over here, and come back. So yeah, that's another skunk. So yeah, with the right pet, either a bird or the dog or whatever, you can have, while you're off doing stuff like I was just herbing just then, the bird or the animal will be off doing something else. So you're technically doing two things at once. So it's very good to do that. But now we're going to send it home for a little while. Let it fly away. And they get some heights, let me tell you. They go up there. Hunting is easy. Like I said, anybody that has been watching Chicken Spirit knows that I have trouble hunting just because of my hands don't function correctly. So whereas most people can, turn around and pop a shot and they're right on target every time, I could empty an entire, Evans repeater into something and still not hit it just because I can't aim correctly. That's why I don't do that a lot. But now the hunting with her is actually easier because I'm sneaking the entire time. So I can actually get close enough to get a good shot on stuff. And eventually, hopefully she will run into a horse trainer that will take pity on her or work up a price where she can get her horse trained. Because she knows how to break them, but she doesn't know how to train them. There's our first bush, so hopefully there'll be a lot more over here. And that, with her, learning about the marketplace and actually being able to figure out how to correctly place stuff up there instead of $200 a berry, she's starting to learn about the economy system in the game. And the economy system in DRB is fascinating. I love it. There are some things you can buy from NPCs or stores, but most of those stores are owned by players, so they have to actually stock their stores so that you can buy it from them. Then, of course, there's the marketplace, where players buy and sell to each other. And that can be very, very profitable. Like we talked about yesterday, if you can find somebody that's selling item A for a low price, and then you buy it and take it to another market and sell it for a higher price, well, you're making a profit. And the only thing you did was travel time. But now there is the inherent risk of that, because if you were traveling, let's say you were buying in St. Denis, and you were going to sell it in Blackwater, well, you've got to physically yourself, your characters, take that item from St. Denis to Blackwater, and there is a chance of getting, robbed along the way and somebody stealing that very item, and now you've lost your money. But if you can make it and sell it, well, then you made a huge profit. And then, of course, there's people that travel with their services. There's traveling doctors, there's traveling chefs, tons of stuff. And I know I watch one chef I simply adore because great personality, great food, travels all around the place making deliveries and stuff. So definitely, if you're ever on Twitch, look up DRB, tons of streamers. Ooh, and this is Scarlet Harlot's place. She has an impeccable looking place. If you remember from the story mode, this is the land at the during the epilogue as John Marston. This is the land where the house is for sale. Well, Scarlet Harlot owns it, decorated it up at night. This place lights up crazy. It's beautiful. course, we're not going to go across that fence because somebody owns that, and Shifting Spirit doesn't like to do that. I've only found one berry bush. Or she has, actually. But it just goes to show, what I love about playing her. It goes to show, if you want to play a character that you never have any interaction with, you just want to be a casual wanderer, not a problem. You're going to meet people every once in a while, carry on a conversation, go on about your business. If you want to be an outlaw, you can do that too, and be right in the middle of crime all the time. Just understand, if you're in the middle of crime, the law is always going to be looking for you once they figure out who you are. There's one lady that I have met. Oh, she does is train horses. She goes out, breaks a horse, brings it back, trains it up, sells it. And that is, you know, an awesome way to do it. However you want to play a game, it's always up to you. Of course, Rosalind, my outlaw, I play her a funny way, because she is completely psychotic, hears voices in her head, is an outlaw, and is completely clueless. Has no idea what she's doing. But I still haven't found those raspberries, or Shifting hasn't found those berries that they were saying about. But we're going to take it right off that. And then you may get curious about her and go visit that cattail pond they were telling her about. Because that's the first interaction she's had with anybody, where they were being nice to her and invited her somewhere. So of course you're going to get a big curious. They said there was a whole bunch of bushes up above Emerald Ranch. Oh yeah, I agree, Comcast. I just saw that. I don't trust Shooter. Well, Ainurauco doesn't trust him either now, because he broke her heart. But like I said, if you haven't seen, excuse me, haven't seen the latest video that I posted, she is a whirlwind of conflict right now, and she just took off, because unfortunately that is one of her character flaws, is when something painful happens, she runs. That's all she knows to do. So she ran, and ran to Coulter, of all places. Yeah, it definitely does. She ran to Coulter, which was the worst idea she could have had, because Coulter, Shooter and Ainurauco went on an investigation up in Canada, up at the Dead Boot Mine, to investigate the Pyramid and Sacrificial Circle. So, for Ainurauco, that was kind of a date. So that was their very first date. And so whenever she took off running, for reasons unknown to her, she took off to Coulter. So she put herself in the very place that was causing a that had a memory that was causing her pain. That's the worst thing you can do. If a memory or something is causing you pain, the one thing you want to do is go the opposite direction. Distance yourself from it till you've had time to deal with it and work through it. No, she put herself right in the middle of it. And in doing so, when she arrived at Coulter, she sent Moria, her horse. If you've watched any of the investigation thing, you know her and Moria are very close, which is very common in 1899, or that the Gilded Age. Your horse was your best friend, because that's where you spent most of your time, was riding them. So she sent Moria home. So Moria shows back up in Blackwater without her. So now she's in Coulter by herself. Only one person knows where she's at, and that's Berno Mancuso. He knows she's headed that way. But she's up there alone without Moria, so there's no telling what's going on. Which we don't know yet, because that story hasn't been written yet or told. Which I think that's tomorrow, maybe. Depends on when me and Perno can find time to work everything out. Okay, so I rode all over up here Emerald, and she's only found one bush. So they said it might have been north of Emerald, which would have been right over there where I was at, or it could be that way. So let's go that way. But yeah, and actually my latest video is the first time I have actually ever played the music for the video. Normally I always use copyright-free music or stuff that's been given permission to be used on YouTube. So I thought I would try something different. So I actually played the music for it. So that was really, really fun to do. I may do some more like that where I actually do the music myself. And this little girl actually needs to meet a chef of some kind, or somebody that has a big use for herbs, because that's kind of person that you can work up deals with somebody with and start a barter system for the white man's paper, as she calls it. Okay, y'all see that one right there? The gray and white spot, that's a Missouri foxtrotter right there. Now she's not a horse trainer, so she's not gonna try and catch that horse, but that's a pretty one. That is a pretty one. Those sell, if you just want to like break them and sell them, that's about $200 or $300 horse right there. I just had to chase that down real quick. She thought it was pretty. Okay, so somebody's got a nice little spot right up there. Look at that. That's a pretty one. I'm looking for berries, so that's why I'm not hunting. I can outrun you. Oh, the horse took me out. That was a pretty horse, though. I got muddy. Okay, so she was trying to race the horse, and the horse pulled a fast one. A little fox drinking out of the stream there. There is no way you survived that. It used to be a fox till it took an arrow to the knee. Alright, we got about 5 minutes here for the server restarts. It restarts at 3:69 AM and PM. And like, the servers don't take but like a minute or two. I mean, it's very, very fast. Oh, there's a raspberry. So maybe this was the north that they're talking about. It's actually south. So I think after server restart, because we will be back. We will be back. Like I said, it doesn't take like a minute. So it's basically, you close out the game, wait a minute, open it back up, you're good to go. We're gonna head off towards that cattail pond that they were telling 15 Spirit about, and go check out the area, kind of incognito. Because she doesn't, the first time she goes there, she doesn't want people to know she's there, because what if she sees something she's afraid of? And I actually wanted to use a voice mod for her, because y'all know I have a very distinctive sounding voice. I mean, Enrico and Rosalind sound exactly the same. I just use different sentence structure because Enrico's prim, proper, Southern Belle, and Rosalind's not. And Rosalind also is very excitable, has paranoia, and is just completely psychotic. But with this one, I wanted her to have a little bit softer, higher pitched voice because she's young. She's only 18, and my voice is not 18. It's amazing what you can sound like when you hit 48. So I'm not seeing any more herds out here. So either she's looking in the wrong place or they gave her some bad information. We've got about 3 more minutes here. And I hope everybody's enjoying this stream so far. Like I said, it's just a casual holiday weekend. During the day anyway. Tonight will be a lot different because I'll be on Roslyn. And that's gonna be very, very interesting. Okay, I know I need to eat. Unfortunately, the only thing she knows how to cook, of course, is basically anything in a basic campfire. She knows how to cook that because nobody's ever taught her anything else. Let's see, berry juice. There we go. We got 2 rats. Alright, so we're gonna get right over here. Go ahead and flea our horse off here. Make sure he's completely gone. There we go. Is there a good bush around here? Yep, right there's a good bush. See, I love doing that because anybody running by wouldn't notice the little white speck hidden inside of a bush. So you can actually hide in plain sight if you hide in the right way. Get down and crouch down and then lay down in the bush. Nobody'd ever see you. Get several close out here in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on out. Go ahead and load it right back up. There we go. Now, of course, when it comes to the DRB, I've only been in the DRB a couple of months, so there's tons of stuff that I still don't know. Like my Rosalind's a minor. She just learned last night about one of the hidden mining areas. I didn't even know there were hidden mining areas. Someone tipped her off, said, "Hey, go here and check this out." She went and checked it out. I spent about 5 hours mining that one spot. just sitting there mindless. Well, I was sitting there watching a movie, so I was just minding that, and while the movie was playing in the background, so I could hear it, and just lost track of time. And then I tried to move. That was hilarious. Couldn't run. It was freaking funny. But I got all that put in the wagon. Took her back to town. So there's tons of stuff that you can find that you may play for months on the end and still not know nothing about it until somebody tells you. That's one thing that I had to get used to with the DRB is information is shared within game. So just like it is in the real world, person A knows something that person B doesn't know. Person B doesn't even know to ask for it. Well, person A tells them now, person A and B know it, and they're both telling people and information spread. But if you learn something that nobody else knows, and you never tell anybody, you're the only one that knows it. Well, of course, other than the architect and maybe the staff, but as far as regular citizens. So that's how information is spread, and it makes for interesting interaction. All right, so we are already back in. It's already back up. I mean, that's how fast it reboots. Austin BMX put a lot of work into this, so it is definitely worth it. As you can see, we're still hidden in the bush. All right. Is there a road nearby? There is not. Where's the closest road? Should be right here. I'm standing on the road. No, that's not a road. That's a line in the hill. So nearest road is same direction. Okay. We're gonna go check out Cattail Pond and see if there are camps there and if we can investigate it a little bit. Oh, there's Runs with Wind. Okay, so they said, they asked me if I knew where Valentine was, and I do, because I've been there before. And they said it was just west of Valentine. Of course, you know, it's right here. So she knows she needs to go this way, somewhere. Now, here's the funny thing. I can't mark it on my map. You have to adjust settings again. So I shouldn't have to. I may not be able to hear them, because what it was is sometimes voice chat, they could hear me, but it wasn't letting their voice come through. But you never really know for sure until you try to talk to somebody. But what I'll do is I'll go to Valentine first. And as I'm riding through, I should hear people talking. And if I don't hear anybody say a word, but I can see people, then I'll know I need to turn it off and on again. But we're going to go to Valentine, because that's where they said start. And I've been right here before, and I've seen this road. So that's the road that she's going to have to take, because that's one she's seen that headed kind of in the direction they were talking about. They said it was directly east. Of course, you know, she knows north, south, east, west, so we know that we're heading to Valentine. We can mark that because she's been there before. But we can't mark Cattail Pond yet because she's never been there. But now with the storm coming through, server restart, they call it a storm. We're gonna have to watch out for ambushes, because she is a baby. And that little lag spike, I thought it was an ambush was spawning. She is still a baby. She is only level 19. And all that's just from picking herbs and hunting. That's it. Like I said, I didn't want to, what they call power leveling. Whereas you can do, there are certain things you can do that give really good XP, and some people just sit there and grind that out like the old school World of Warcraft days and stuff like that. I don't want to do that on any of my characters, because that's not the whole reason I play the DRB. It actually pops up on your screen. Top right hand corner, there'll be a little box pop up that says you've received a telegram. So that's how you know you've gotten telegram. So for her, that would be that she would understand that somebody has given her the written word. Or the paper words, as she calls them. And it's going to be interesting to see how much her language and stuff changes as the more she interacts with people. Because right now she speaks very, very broken English. When some of the words are not always in the right way. But the more she talks to people and hears it, she'll learn. So that'll be interesting to see how that aspect of her personality develops over time. But yeah, she hasn't gotten any telegrams yet, but she's still gonna check because she doesn't really understand the whole written word thing. Of course, she's not gonna have any, of course. Nothing here. Uh-oh. She found a map of the railroad system. And see, there's the Dakota River. There's Valentine with the star, because that's where we're at. But since it's not marked, she doesn't realize that that little blob right there in the center is actually cattail. No, actually it is marked. Kind of illegible though. Not a very good resolution on the map. But it says Cattail Pond. Yes, she can read some English. Some words she doesn't understand. She has to pronounce them out. But she can read a little bit. So she can read. She can write English. It's going to be broken, of course. And she can speak it, but she hasn't learned all of the words yet. Like a perfect example was the buffalo that with the white hair that she saw. She kept calling it Tatanka because she didn't know the word buffalo, which Tatanka is, the Native American word for buffalo in some languages, not all, but in some. So she called it Tatanka, and she actually taught the lady the word Tatanka. So now she actually taught the white man one of her words, and they taught her one of their words, the same, so they learned from each other. But she does now, since that does say Cattail Pond, and we know we're in Valentine, she knows where she's going now. So before I wasn't going to mark it on the map at all, because she had never been there, but now she knows where she's going, so we can mark it. So let's go ahead and get that marked up so she knows where she's going now. So that was perfectly perfect. So we know that we're going right about here. Oh, they're bringing in the sheep. Somebody brought a herd of sheep in to Valentine. And for some reason, sheep, there's two different kinds of sheep. That's one of them that's black with a bow on it. I think it's funny. See, is that guy right there? He just brought his sheep in to sell. So that was perfect. I mean, she did get to see that one cattle drive a few days ago. But it would be awesome. She didn't go to the military training camp, so she would have never learned it there. She wasn't part of the Wapiti Nation. She was part of a tribe that was outside the county that had not been forcibly removed yet. So she hasn't had that military interaction. Yeah, and luckily though, the tribe that she's from was a small tribe that, you know, hadn't been moved yet. We'll just say it that way. Of course, if anybody watched the video I did on Fort Riggs, actually the series I did on the Wapiti Indians from here, from Red Dead, we know that the Wapitis at one time were actually held at Fort Riggs. They were the tribe that was held there before they were moved to the reservation. And that is where Rainfall's wife and first son were both killed, was at Fort Riggs. And the mysterious grave up on the hill outside of Riggs that has the Native American totem quite possibly was his son. His wife would not have had a grave site, anything fancy. Yeah, she would have just been buried in a random grave somewhere. But his son, being the son of a chief, would have had a very prominent burial, and that would have been his. Because that exact same totem is also found at the Native American burial ground. So that means the Native American burial ground and Fort Riggs and Wapiti were all the same tribe. What is yellow? Hey Alex, what do you mean by yellow? Because I would have went blue. Yeah, now we are taking a little bit cautious here because she's never been this direction. She has no idea what to. Oh, you were saying hi. Yeah, blue, or always go with the ultimate answer, 42. Hey, Trippy Night Dog. But yeah, she has never been this direction, so for her, this is scary. But she did get invited to come out here, so she's got the big curious about her, because she met these nice two people that gave her her hog, and so now she wants to maybe, visit, because they're nice. So we're just taking it easy, and it's very scenic. I know when I played RDO, everywhere I went, I was usually at 90 miles an hour, as fast as the horse would go. The DRB is not that way, though. It's not about getting from point A to point B as fast as you can. Sometimes the journey is actually just pleasant. It's kind of nice, to play a game. Of course, it's a game, but you want to immerse yourself in it. So if you think about it, in real life, if you did real life like you play video games, how hilarious would that be? That every time you got in your car to go to the gas station, it was, as fast as the car would go, everywhere you went, crashing into everybody, running over people, jump out, you run in the gas station, you hold it up, steal everything in there, somehow you manage to get everything in the store in your pocket, jump back in your car, drive as fast as you can back to your house, and hope you outrun the law before you get there. That would be GTA in real life. It'd be funny and scary at the same time. Then you'd wonder, how did you get everything in the store in your pockets, and how are you going to get it out? And you know, this couldn't be more ominous. She's going to a place she's never been before. She's scared, of course, you know, on edge, in the middle of the night. Yeah, this was a great idea. If some wolves come out, she's probably gonna scream. That was a snake. Luckily, it wants to go. Actually, I do love GTA. I play GTA a lot, and the only thing that ever gets me is I usually have to wind up in playing either in a private or a friends-only lobby, just so that I can enjoy the game, because like I said, I am no good at PvP. I stink at PvP. So I can't, those aspects of the game, I'm sure if my hands worked correctly, I would enjoy it a lot more. So I usually focus on, you know, doing the missions, the stories, or just having fun. Especially taking a car and go flying down the highway while trying to do something. Now I did get into the what is the classic GTA. Oh yeah, I played all the GTAs. For me, believe it or not, one of the first mysteries that I ever was solving, and it wasn't even considered mysteries back then, was the first GTA, finding all the secret stuff. I enjoyed that more than anything else. And that's kind of what got me into mystery hunting. And then Red Dead 2 came out, and I didn't play Red Dead 1. I played Red Dead 2 first, then went back and played Red Dead 1. Which was good for me because that kept the story in chronological order in my head. Oh, this is pretty up here. Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful scenery. So I'm guessing that right there is their camp they were talking about. They said it was right here on Cattail's Pond. Well, this is Cattail's Pond. I love how they set this up. I mean, riding up on it, instead of tents, it looked like little wooden cabins. Oh, they got a teepee. See, now that's gonna get her attention right there. Of course, she's not gonna go anywhere near it. Oh, they got the little private, got the little fencing around it. I mean, they've got that looking nice. Do you know about Donald Love? Yes. Ow. Yes, yes I do. That somebody's got a tent up there on the hill up there. Now, luckily, somebody gave her a pair of these. So they've got a little tent up here, got a tanning rack and an outhouse. I love it when people use an outhouse in their layout, because that's more realistic. Okay, for the white man anyway. Got a teepee back here on the hill, which has sparked her curiosity even more, because she doesn't know whether to be afraid of other Native Americans or to be friendly, because her tribe banished her. Oh, no, no, you're fine, Alec. Anybody can ask anything. It does not bother me at all. Let's see, there's one, two, three, four, five. So there's 5 tents right here. I love the way they arranged them because that's kind of how it would be. Yeah, they traveled a very long way to be down by Emerald. Yes. So, but that's 5 tents. And you got the one up here on the hill, so that's 6. And then the teepee. So that means there's at least 7 people living in this camp. Now that is the way you should do it. Band together for safety, or find other people that have the same interests so that y'all can support each other. Like me, I'm a shifting spirit. She's a herbalist. But if you had a herbalist in the camp, and you've got a horse trainer, an animal trainer, maybe a blacksmith, maybe a miner, and stuff like maybe a trapper. I mean, you've got a fully functioning little tiny city right there. Everybody doing a job to help each other. I am not sure what happened to Donald. Tell you the truth, I as far as the GTA mysteries, believe it or not, I've never investigated a single thing in GTA, the new one, GTA Online, GTA 5. Um, I got so wrapped up into Red Dead 2 mysteries, um, and the way that I research them takes me a while. Sometimes, a week, 2 weeks, depending on how deep I go down in that rabbit hole. That I really never have time to, or at the time, never had time to investigate GTA because I know the two are tied together. There's things that one mystery leads into the other game and things like that, but I just never really investigated it. It's one of those games that I actually just played to enjoy the businesses in the game because I own all the businesses, but I primarily focused on just the nightclubs so that I could just relax and have fun. So this is as close as she's gonna get, though, to the camp. Because she doesn't want to get shot by accident, and she doesn't want to intrude. But luckily for her, if she was to get caught in the camp, she now knows, because of that nice couple, that as long as you don't tell them everything, it's not lying. Yeah, now if you start at episode 1 and go up, the first few episodes, I was just learning how to video edit and put things together. So the information's there, it's just not delivered the way I wanted, or the way I want now. I got better, of course, of presenting information, and then, so the first few, if you judge my content off of the first few videos, it's gonna be bad. I'll go ahead and fully admit that. I've thought about going back and redoing them, doing a revisit, but I was like, you know what, that's I want that there so that I can remember how I started. But I've covered everything. Got 35 episodes, I think, now. Did a 9-part series on the Strange Man's Cabin and the theories of Strange Man. I think like a 4 or 5-part series on the PD Reservation. Did a few of them. Okay, so anyway, now she knows where the camp is, so I can mark it every time on the map. So that's good. They said there was really good hunting. So well, evidently there's a ram right there in their camp. And of course I have started a new web series, of the adventures of Ainurauco in the DRB, which is where Whitehair's going to be moving over to, is the DRB to do the mystery videos from this world. I still got a few things in the notebook, though, that I've got to finish up. There's a nice mystery in West Elizabeth. So I've got to get that one that Double D told me, or Blame Double D. He told me about it, so he gets all the credit. I'm just gonna do all the research. It's a moonshine stash, I think. Or was. Of course, here it could be something else. That's one thing that I like about DRB, is things that were something. Oh yeah, I'm definitely still playing Sons of the Forest. I'm actually going to be streaming that tomorrow. gonna be doing a long stream on that one tomorrow. It's just a lot of new updates came out for Sons of the Forest, so I've been trying to read up on all those so that I can make sure I know what I'm doing when I go to stream that. A lot of new build options, other things got added into the game, and it greatly improved the game. But yeah, Sons of the Forest, I waited on that game for 2 years. You better believe I'm gonna play it. Uh-oh, she just come upon something she's never seen before. Cause she's seen the Iron Horse before, but she didn't know about bridges. So that's an experience for her. It's also a horse head. So she will not be crossing that. And you also gotta remember, where she come from was the plains area. So she's never really been up in the mountains and stuff like that, and she's definitely not dressed for cold weather, so she's gonna avoid stuff like that. Like, that's actually a neat little spot right there. That'd make a nice little one-person, like a bedroll and a fire right there on that little ledge. I mean, you couldn't put much else. And there is somebody like that out beside the Heartland. They have a little bedroll, a camp, and a tanning rack, or a bedroll, a fire, and a tanning rack. And that's their entire camp, and it's on a little shelf there, kind of like that. Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. I remember when the Forest came to PlayStation. That's when I first played it, and fell in love with it. I just loved the whole premise and the idea of it. A great storyline, and then they announced Sons of the Forest, and it was gonna be on PC, and I made sure that I was ready. As soon as it dropped, I got it. Yeah, but she has came and she saw, so we're going to, get back out here before they know that I have been here visiting. There's some turkeys. Definitely, Eastern wild turkey, alright. Gobble gobble. There we go. So let's take a look around the water here and see if it might be anything. And hopefully she does not run into that bear they were talking about. That would be bad for her, I think. So there's some ducks, okay. It'd definitely be a good pond to put some traps in or something, I think. Where are my manners? I actually just learned the other day you could do this. Right, so we're gonna grab you by the reins, right? And we're gonna take you right down here to the water. Uh-huh. Good, get off that rock. Alright. Stop leading. Alright, and I'm gonna look at you. Make sure I'm in the right place. Did I not get you far? Okay, you're not far enough in. Okay. There we go. And you can tell your horse to drink some water. That's just so neat that's included. That they put that in the game. Go ahead and get filled up on water here. Wait a minute, I wonder. Let me try this. Lead. Drink. Okay, that was actually pretty cool. It actually will make a very good picture. Let's walk on around the pond here. Red squirrel. Oh, we're gonna try it. Got it. Well, where I've been taking her, actually, you gotta think about, you gotta remember, this is an immersive experience. Kind of like how it would be in 1899. So where are most of the people going to be? Usually around towns, or in the cities. So out here in the wild, there's not that many people. And right now, let's see, there are 133 people. There's 133 people logged in. So, but they're gonna be in the more congregated together areas, or like I said, towns, cities, things like that. Out here, in the wilds of the wilderness, you're not gonna run into most people. And like we know that that camp that I was just investigating over there, 2 of those people were out past close to Emerald earlier. That is a very pretty horse. It's an Appaloosa. That's an Appaloosa. Yeah, those are really pretty. Especially that white one. There's another one. Is that an Appaloosa? No, that's a Kentucky Saddler. Ooh, that one knows I'm here. It's not happy. It threw its little fit. I didn't move, didn't do anything, so it calmed down. But it is still eyeballing me. It does not like me being here. Trying to find something other than a horse, because I don't want to shoot horses. Yeah, and of course, in regular RDO, you are going to meet more people, because most everybody's kind of doing the same thing. The missions and stuff keeps everybody kind of going in a linear path. Of course, you can choose when to do them, but you know that everybody's going to have to do this, or everybody's going to have to do that, so eventually everybody's passed across. Here in the DRB, it's completely random. There's no rhyme or reason to anything as far as, like, what I'm doing. I'm just walking around picking herbs, hunting, and I was investigating that little camp because I'd heard about it. I'm probably the only person that's doing that. Everybody else is doing something else, or doing their own thing. But now you go, if I was to go into Valentine or Blackwater or Strawberry, there's probably people congregated there doing stuff and interacting. Of course, this is a train tunnel, so you know, this right here would actually be a very good spot to set up a camp. I bet right up here, because there's only one way to get up here. Oh yeah, this right here would be phenomenal. Easy now. Do not slide, don't slide, don't slide. There we go. Yeah, that was pretty cool. She heard the train. She's fascinated with trains, so that was perfect. Alright, so let's get headed back over towards home. Of course, we gotta figure out where home is and how to get back there. So we know where? We're right here by the train track. And we've got to go all the way over to right about, let's see, where she stayed at is actually right there. We're just gonna head right here. Yeah, yeah. She definitely has culture shock. And let's do this. Definitely the cinematic view in Red Dead definitely offers some great content. You can get some really good videos and stuff. Just pick a location, put it in cinematic, put your horse at trot, or even if you're walking. If there's one character that I know of that walks everywhere, doesn't own a horse or anything. So that's always fun to watch them. They actually ran a marathon from Blackwater all the way to St. Denis, or vice versa. They ran the entire map during a live show. So that was epic. Some of the interactions they had, people they met. Yeah, that's well, actually at Emerald was the first time she ever saw one. She was picking herbs and one pulled in, so that was her first iron horse experience, and she's been fascinated with them ever since. Actually, let me stop just a second. See, that wagon about fell over, that was funny. Oh, now that is a pretty horse. Look at that. I don't know if it's supposed to be all white and covered in mud, or if that's the way it was painted. You know, that's just how their coat's painted, but that is beautiful. But yeah, and she did see one. She does have a bank account in the white man's box. She does. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. But yeah, she does have a bank account. Jebediah, whenever he bought raspberries from her, told her that she might need to go to Valentine, put it in the bank. So she figured out that she needed to do that. Now, if she ever gets a camp of her own, she will get a storage cash box so that she can keep her money at her camp. Okay, now I haven't heard anybody say anything while we've been here, so let's turn voice chat off and back on. Just to make sure. Of course, nobody might be talking on top of that, so. Oh look, it's the local law. So yeah, it seems like town, there's a few people running around town taking care of stuff. At least we know that law is on duty. Doesn't mean anything, they'll do anything, but they're at least on duty. And most of the law, for the most part, is actually really, really nice. I know the, wasn't last night, it was the night before last, Rosalind was standing there having a conversation and getting to know one of the law officers. Of course, she's done that with, the U.S. Marshal also. But yeah, because Rosalind doesn't have a record because she's never been caught, the law doesn't know she's an outlaw, so she can stand there and talk to them and they won't do anything. Well, she didn't have a bank account until she came to this county, so of course, she wouldn't be having that problem. She wouldn't have been a victim because she never had the white man's paper until she came to this county. And of course, this county and story mode are not intertwined; they're separate, so that actually helps on that. But yeah, when I was playing story mode, I noticed that same thing. My bank account, every once in a while, there'd just be money coming up missing. And I always attributed that there was some gang that had robbed the bank my money was in and took some of it. Oh, she needs to eat real quick. Let me stop and put some food in her tummy. We're gonna go ahead and get some of that minty venison that I cooked up.
Miss?
I love those little wagons, they are so cute. Now, there is something actually I need to buy while I'm here. Because I haven't bought one, I haven't bought a brush for my horse yet. So I have no way to keep it clean, and she would keep hers clean at all times. And there is also a neat little aspect of... Let me go there. You see on my mini map down there, see that white crate? Of course, make sure there's nobody in here. You don't want to get scared. But yeah. And these are, stuff like this is located in all the towns and in other places. But this stack of crates right here, you can actually take and do work of moving deliveries. So you would pick up a crate. See, start work Valentine. So basically, you'd pick up a crate and it gives you a location here in town to run it to. I did not want to do that. Okay, so look. Well, perfect time to show it. So you pick up the crate and see, I gotta deliver it right over here. Finish work. I made $1.50 and 5 XP. So there's little jobs like that all the way around that you can do just to do. If you want to play a manual labor type character that just does manual labor, you can do that too. So now she has moved a box for somebody. They basically looked at her and said, pick this up, take it over there, we'll give you money. So she just learned about manual labor work. I doubt she'll ever do that, but she has that knowledge. I'm just gonna go right in here to the tack shop. She needs to get a brush for her horse. Because the horse is filthy, so is the saddle. Amazingly though, only her legs are, the rest of her's fine. Oh. Forgot about that. Gotta unhitch you. Right, go away. Alright, so we want to buy supplies. A horse brush, $10. Left me with 50 cents. Because I keep all her money in the bank. I don't keep any money on her. Because she don't need it unless she's buying something. There we go. And then of course you use it. Find it, right click, and brush. There we go. Now we got the horse clean again. We're not that clean, but the horse is. And that's what's important. And what's so interesting is you can actually be... You can get to a point where you're thinking about, you know, you're going to call it night, your character's going to go to sleep, aka you're going to log out, and you could receive a telegram from somebody you've been waiting on. Now you've got to go answer that, go through that whole scenario. Or, like her, I could be riding down the road here, heading back towards Emerald, get involved in anything. Meet somebody, get robbed, somebody come along, say, hey, do you have herbs? I'm gonna be selling them herbs or something, so you never know what's gonna happen. And that's what, like, with the RDO, you get ready to log out, you literally just log out right where you're at. Because the next time you go to log in, you can select your camp and you're back at your camp. You could do that here too. You just log out wherever you want to. But you never know what's gonna be around you when you log back in. Because where you log out is where you log in at. Wagon, 2 riders. You know, I haven't seen any herbs the entire time. So, we turn that one on. It should say deactivate. No, it's been off the whole time. That's why I wasn't seeing no herbs. But I wasn't thinking about it either. I was just out of control. Hopefully that site doesn't activate. Because if she gets ambushed, she's pretty much going to get down. She can't defend herself. At least the ox is not out here because she's figured out she can kill that ox and nobody knows about it. And she gets prime beef out of it. So she does kill that ox every once in a while. Get us some herbs. That one over there. Looks like one right over there too. Go grab that. And one right over here. Some bailing through there. Yeah, she's really gonna have to, she may have to ask that nice couple if they know a horse trainer. Somebody that can help her with, teaching runs with wind. Because that would help out a lot. Oh, there is Eagle Eye, see? And Eagle Eye works for everything but herbs. Because there's an actual herbalist role, which is what she is. Her job is she's a herbalist. So herbalists are the only ones that get the yellow circle by using the herbalist kit, like I did when I activated it. It gives you you can activate special sites where you can see herbs, or there's also stuff that I can craft as a herbalist, or that shifting spirit, the talismans, energy bags, tea bags. These are really good, by the way. The iced tea, things like that. So there's only things that, and of course, that's the whole reason I picked herbalist for her, because of all the Native American stuff. Whereas a regular person that's not a herbalist, if you have any job besides herbalist, you don't get the yellow circle. You can still pick herbs, you just can't spot them like I can. And you won't get as many out of them as shifting spirit, as a herbalist would. But as far as animals, Eagle Eye works fine, and at night, it actually brightens it up so it's easier to see. It's just, I don't use it that much unless I'm hunting at night. Yeah, the only things that are not, that don't exist, well, I wouldn't say the only things, but several, other things that don't exist here. There's no dead eyes, and there's no ability card. That keeps the playing field kind of equal for everybody. Doesn't give anybody an unfair advantage. There's also like there's no dynamite arrows or explosive ammo, because griefers love to use those to grief people, so they just completely did away with them. Not to mention in 1899, now there would have been dynamite arrows in 1899, but there would not have been dynamite arrows or explosive ammunition for the general populace. That might be something the military would have, but I don't think most people would have bullets that explode. But yeah, and the eagle eye is actually brighter than an RDO. Because I tested out, and it is a little bit brighter over here. I don't know. Now that may be the difference between PC and PS4 though. Oh yeah, call the hallback. Oh yeah, I can do that. Just get right over here. I actually have a crow on Roslyn, so hold on. That is not where I want. That's where I want. Now, lay down. Good boy. And I need my bird call, which that lady also gave me when she gave me the hog. Yeah, it's 1000 XP is max. And we're gonna call him. Hopefully come straight. There he is. And there's Peg. So, she came here with nothing. She had just clothes on her back, her bow, didn't even have a lasso. Somebody gave her the lasso that she made at Manzanita. So she had technically nothing. Now she has, her horse runs with wind, and a hawk named Heck. Technically started up a little herb business, selling it on the market. Completely self-sufficient. She doesn't have any worries as far as survival. And has met 3 people now. So, she's actually not doing too bad. And that is shifting spirit. But we are going to be calling it a day. I'm tired. But I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to check out White Hair Investigations here on YouTube, where I cover some of the mysteries in Red Dead 2 and try to explain them from a logical, theological base. It's a theology, but it's from a logical standpoint. I use real-world investigation techniques while sleuthing in the game and just having fun, and try to explain it. Doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's just how I look at everything. But make sure you check those out. Also, don't forget to check out some of the videos I've been doing on Ainurauco and her adventures in the DRB. Because currently she is lost in culture. So that's a tragic story. So make sure you check that out. Hope everybody enjoys it. And as always, be careful chasing rabbits down rabbit holes. We have really big heads. They have small rabbit holes. You cannot fit in there. And if you reach your hand in, that may not be a rabbit, okay? Just saying. May not be a rabbit hole. So be careful. And as always, Bye bye.